it allows us to do on the field, to take picture and geolocate them on a map. We can collect data. As you can see on the picture on the right, we had some form to fill with the picture. And as you can see on the picture on the bottom, we could map precisely the observation we done on each room and each floor of the building. And at the end, everything is associated to organize all defects by category and type. After the field visit, we can extract a report with all the data sum up, as you can see on the picture on the right, with all observation and all picture associated. We can also extract some statistics with all with emergency, for example. We can also see on the picture on the bottom a plan with all the observation map. You can see there is more than 2,000 observations in these pictures. In this picture. And to do all this, we put in place a system, a specific methodology to guarantee to the client the security of information. The plan was take in a safe server, and all the work done on the site was in offline mode to not lose the data. And at the end, we gave to the client by a cable connection all the data on the computer before removal all from the tablet. We use this system to do a diagnostic of a building installation, but we can use the same system to in other cases, like control on construction site, monitoring of progress by client, asset management, or spatial and 4D planning. To the next part, I'll let Guillaume continue.
Thank you, Paul. So for me, I will try to give you some examples of innovation, digital innovation coming from other fields, because EGIS is a big group working in several domains, not only nuclear. Actually, the three main domains are the city, the transportation, and the energy. So of course, we have also innovation, digital innovation coming from this other domain, and could be interesting for the nuclear. So it's only three examples I will show you. Here it's coming from the rail industry, where anytime when we need to build a new subway or tram, we need to see what is underground, and especially the networks. So here it's a small video where we have represented in 3D the networks, the underground networks. And this is something that could be very useful, I believe, for nuclear sites, where, at least on my experience, it is usually managed by 2D drawings. And in order to make any dig any hole before to make any modification, to have this 3D representation could be very useful. The second one is GIS. So we had a first presentation from Paul, but here it goes a bit further. It's GIS, so Geographical Information System, or SIG in French. It's where we have combined the GIS world with the BIM world. Here on an example on a viaduct, where we have combined the two, and then just like Paul showed, with mobile devices, we can identify anomalies, or make some inspection for structural pathologies, and then maintain all this information on dashboards that we can see just after by taking pictures like Paul showed. But here it's really a bridge between the engineering phase, where we have the BIM model, and the operation, where we will have people who will take some pictures and information from a mobile device directly on site. And the last one, it's a tool that we have developed by ourselves, It was used in a city in order to identify, localize what we call drainage inlet, avaloir in French. You will see you will recognize in the video. So the idea is based on 360 pictures. The software, the algorithm, will identify and localize all the drainage inlets, and then localize them on a map. And this is done thanks to AI, artificial intelligence, deep learning. And for nuclear, also, we can imagine that it could be very interesting for sites, nuclear sites, maybe to identify safety equipment on the site or inside buildings for the buildings or the projects that don't have a BIM model up to date. It could be a very useful tool in order to localize and identify some types of objects. So here the example is on drainage inlet, but we could imagine to do that with other type of objects. So that's all. It was a quick glimpse for some examples coming from other domains. And if you have any question on all our 5 presentations, don't hesitate to come to see you or to ask us. Thank you. Or you can come also to see us on booth J104.